Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. Your hosts here, Zahab and Rachel Wolfson. And folks, last week when Rachel and I were on, we were hoping that it would be the last week of bleeding, but we are still bleeding red across the board again. Even Tether is down 0.06%. Everything is down. It's not good, but we got some good weather at least on the go. Rachel, how are you? How is lovely life in Austin, Texas?
Yeah, doing well, Matt. Life is great in Austin. It is South by Southwest week, so lots of stuff happening here. There's some crypto folks here, so it's been a really exciting week.
Love to hear that. Folks, let's jump into it. And I used to love when Rachel and I did this in Q4, even in Q3, when every week it seemed like I had some positive news for price action. Everything was green. The last couple of weeks have been a bloodbath, and it continued this week and may have been our worst week yet. Bitcoin is down 10% to 81K, and it actually broke the 80K barrier this week. Ethereum is down 17% to 1.87K, which is no bueno. XRP down 13% to 2.28 per coin. Solana down 16% to 124. And the biggest loser of the week, Cardano, aka ADA, is down 25% to 70 cents. Just a couple weeks ago, it hit that huge psychological dollar mark, and we have just been bleeding. Why did this happen? Well, it all started last week on Friday as Bitcoin dropped to 80K as the market saw widespread sell-off over Trump's economic policies.
Yeah, let's talk about it, Matt. So the White House Crypto Summit raised hopes for government-led Bitcoin adoption, but a lack of strategy beyond seized assets appeared to have left investors disappointed. So Bitcoin dropped 4% on Monday, touching a low of $80,123, while Ether fell over 5%. Other major cryptocurrency followed, with XRP and Solana losing more than 5%. Dogecoin tumbled over 8%. This sharp sell-off comes despite Trump signing an executive order last Thursday, formally establishing the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve, a move initially seen as bullish for digital assets. However, deeper scrutiny of the policy suggests otherwise, contributing to the ongoing market slump.
Yeah, pretty wild stuff. Moving forward on that, there were some big dogs at the summit, huge high-profile participants, including Brian Armstrong from Coinbase, Vlad Tenev from Robinhood, the Winklevoss Bros, Arjun Sethi from Kraken. We had Chris Marszalek from Crypto.com, Brad Garlinghouse from Ripple, and Sergey Nazarov from Chainlink. All the big dogs were there. The silver lining in all of this was that Trump did announce plans to push for stablecoin legislation before Congress's August recess, and said the U.S. won't be purchasing any additional Bitcoin right away. That was the silver lining, and finished off with the Bitcoin, with no more Bitcoin being purchased, which again caused the whole crypto market to crash. I still think this is good long term. If you would ask either of us a couple years ago if the White House and all the big dogs would be there together talking about crypto, I probably would have said no, but here we are. So a little bit of good news. Moving forward with the big dogs, Michael Saylor's at it again, as his MicroStrategy will sell $21 billion in preferred stock to sell more Bitcoin.
Michael Saylor's firm's strategy will offer $21 billion in preferred stock as a means of building up its Bitcoin stockpile, which a March 10th press release from the Virginia-based software company stated. In addition to the purchase of Bitcoin, funds from the company's latest offering will go towards working capital as well as general corporate purposes.
It's a lot of Bitcoin to be bought. If Saylor buys another 21 billion, hopefully the market will not continue to drop. However, I did see some spooky stuff on Twitter, Rachel. There's a lot of shorts on strategy right now, and if it hits a certain amount, the whole market will crumble, but let's hope that doesn't happen. Moving forward with some big news, one of the most prominent launches of the year, Movement Labs finally launched their mainnet with 250 million in TVL, and they revealed the first US movement ETF. This is the first move-based chain that settles to Ethereum, allowing developers to deploy smart contracts without approval and users to freely engage with the movement ecosystem. Huge news. The Movement Network is a scalable network of move-based chains secured by Ethereum, and it utilizes the Move programming language to create safer execution environments. This is big news. We have had the Movement team on the Cryptonews podcast. Great folks, and we really hope they can work some magic there. Moving forward with some regulatory stuff, the US SEC postpones approval decisions for several crypto spot ETFs.
Yeah, so this is also some interesting news coming out of the United States. The U.S. regulator on Tuesday delayed the approval decisions on several altcoin spot ETF filings. This includes XRP ETFs filed by Canary Capital, Bitwise, and 21 Shares, along with Litecoin, Solana, and Dogecoin ETFs. Bloomberg ETF analyst James Seyffert calls this a standard procedure, adding that the approval odds for these altcoin ETFs still remain high.
Yeah, pretty wild. Moving forward on the regulatory stuff, geez, a lot of regulatory news this week, Rachel. I guess that's, pretty expected after the White House summit. But the U.S. moves to dismantle the IRS DeFi broker regulation. This is huge, huge news, opening up the rules and allowing for some more chill regulations regarding crypto. The U.S. House of Representatives moved forward on Tuesday with a key vote to appeal the IRS DeFi broker rule. The rule sought to impose strict data collection requirements on DeFi platforms, and lawmakers argued that it unnecessarily burdens the crypto industry, promoting widespread adoption. The resolution now moves to the Senate, and a final vote will decide if the IRS is barred from reintroducing similar negotiations. Huge, huge stuff. Again, more regulatory, well, maybe not reg, but the Trump family at it again every single week in the news. Supposedly, but maybe not, they have held talks with Binance to acquire a stake in Binance US.
Yeah, this is some new information, Matt. So representatives of U.S. President Donald Trump's family have reportedly held talks with Binance about potentially acquiring a stake in the crypto exchange. Binance apparently reached out to Trump's family representatives last year, offering to strike a business deal as part of a plan to resume Binance U.S. operations in the country, which the Wall Street Journal reported on March 13th. Citing sources familiar with the matter, the report mentioned that Binance's billionaire founder, CZ, who served 4 months in prison in the U.S., has been pushing for the Trump admin to grant him a pardon. This is really interesting news. We've got to find out more about this as the week carries on because this is new information. But yeah, crazy stuff.
Love that. And some pretty cool news, probably the coolest piece of news on the week. Gemini Exchange hosts world record Bitcoin drone show at South by Southwest on Thursday, March 13th. At South by Southwest. Gemini produced a Bitcoin-themed light show, and I love these drone shows. I think they are so friggin' cool. The show set a Guinness World Record for the largest aerial display of a currency symbol, the one and only big orange one, Bitcoin, which was formed by drones. In addition to the Bitcoin symbol, the 1,000 drones shared the story of Gemini's Go Where Dollars Won't campaign, displaying spaceships blasting off, an astronaut placing an American flag on Mars, and a surprised woolly mammoth, along with other images. We love to see this. Another huge win for crypto, which will encourage more mainstream adoption. Some more crazy news this week. We had one of the biggest arbitrage plays ever in crypto as HyperLiquid ETH liquidation happened. Crazy, crazy stuff. Rachel, you got to tell us about this.
Yeah, more crazy news, Matt. Bybit CEO Ben Zhu has raised concerns about decentralized exchanges and their risk management mechanisms following a massive Ethereum liquidation on HyperLiquid. The event saw a whale strategy liquidate a 175,000 ETH position with 50 times leverage, resulting in a $4 million loss for HyperLiquid's liquidation engine, HLP Vault. Ultimately, the whale secured a net profit of $1.8 million.
Crazy stuff, Rachel, and what a play by that dude. Wild, wild stuff. Everyone thinks HyperLiquid is going to be the new big DEX in town. I do think they have a chance, but that was a pretty crazy vulnerability, and they definitely took advantage of that. Last piece of news on the week, and we like ending with some good stuff. Binance secured a huge $2 billion investment from Abu Dhabi-based MGX. Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange by a country mile, said it has received a $2 billion investment from MGX, an Abu Dhabi-based AI and advanced tech investor. The move hints at evolving digital finance strategies and opens up new pathways for industry advancement. A huge, huge investment for crypto, the largest one of the year, and I think one of the largest ones, if not the largest one ever. And the coolest part, it was funded completely by stablecoins. Crypto going mainstream and big acquisitions happening. We love to see that. Rachel, always a pleasure doing this with you. Folks, if you guys enjoyed this one, and I hope you did, please do hit that like button, hammer that subscribe button. Every Friday, we're going to be coming at you with the hottest news from the week. Hopefully next time when you see us, there's going to be a bit of green on the board because we got to stop this bleeding. It's been way too many weeks in a row. Let's flip the switch and get some green. But we appreciate this, guys. Love you all. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Thanks, everyone. Bye.